Wonderful. I just want to ask Jack, when you were coaching, it almost seemed it was like a parenting situation with your players, was it not?
The thing I'm most proud of, and you can look it up on online. I mean, my coaching record wasn't great. That's why I'm in broadcasting now. I call I call it the greatest scam going. I mean, they put unemployed coaches on television. I've gone from being an idiot to an expert. It's the greatest scam going. It's white collar crime. Uh, but nonetheless, the thing I'm most proud of though is I had a 100% graduation record. My 4 years as an assistant coach at Fordham University in the Bronx, and my 10 years at Niagara University, all our guys graduated. And to me, something that was really cool that happened last year before the pandemic, two of my players came to our game in Atlanta when we played the Hawks, and they're both African American guys. And I coached them, and they said, "Coach, we wouldn't miss hanging out with you for anything." They said to me, "You busted our you know what." And there were times I really got ticked off at you, but you insisted that I got my college degree. And one guy's from the Bronx and one guy's from DC. And they said to me, there were a lot of guys back home that was saying, "What are you wasting your time with all that for? You don't need to do that." And we sat down, we had a drink after the game before we charted out. And they were like, "Man, they're both doing really well." And they said, they were like, "Hey, man, we have our degrees. And you used to always say to us, these 4 years impact how we do the next 40. And, I started crying. And I'm not sure if you know this, but my wife and I adopted 3 African-American boys. So I feel a real connection to that. I feel a real pride to that. And, you look at what's going on in our society today. I think education's really, really important. And all that good stuff that Donovan was talking about. So when they go out there on their own, they're able to make it in a tough world. And so to sit with my former players, and that's what it's all about. Winning and losing comes and goes, but I can look in the mirror and say I didn't cheat them. I had their back. I had their best interests at heart. I told them what they needed to hear, not what they wanted to hear. And that's tough love. And as we all know, sometimes you need conflict. Sometimes conflict there were moments that they didn't like me or didn't like what I was saying. And it's the same thing with your own kids. Sometimes you got to make a stand. Sometimes you got to have high standards and say, this is unacceptable. You're better than that. And I demand more of you. What's the old line? High achievement takes place in the area of high expectations. I expect better of you because you are better. You are talented. And I see something in you that you don't see in yourself. And I think you can be an absolute rock star or whatever you want to be. But I believe in you, and I am not giving in, and I am not caving. I believe in you. So that's the stuff that's really important to me. And you can look at my record and say I was a lousy coach. I probably was. But I'm damn proud of the fact that I can look at my players and they know deep down I had their back. And I want to feel that same way as about a dad, that, yeah, there are going to be times where it gets rough and they don't agree with me. That's cool. I'm all right with that. But when they're raising their own families, they're going to be saying the same stupid stuff to them that I used to say to them.